Hello, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are healthy and safe at your homes and enjoying your virtual classes. In process to this, I welcome you to the online classes of St. Joseph's Academy for class 5th, subject Social Studies, lesson 6, part 1, the Indian Constitution prepared by Durga Thapa. My dear students, today we are going to study lesson 6, the Indian Constitution, meaning, need, silent features and importance, part 1. So my dear students, in this lesson, in this video, we are going to cover the topics, and the topics are the meaning of Constitution, that means the meaning of Indian Constitution, what is the need for a Constitution, and what are the silent features of Indian Constitution. So let's begin this process and let's read this in detail. Yes, students, now we will first of all study what is the meaning of a constitution. Now, students, a constitution is a fundamental legal document that contains the rules according to which the government of a country functions. That means these are the rules according to which the government of a country will function, the government of a body will work. And these rules or laws are called the basic laws. So these rules which are written in this constitution, through which the government will function, these rules are known as the basic laws. Okay, and these basic rules are superior to all the laws of the country. That means all the other rules will be neglected, but these rules will be the supreme laws of the country. So in simple language, we can say that a constitution is a set of rules that guides how a country, a state or other political organization work. And we can also say that the constitution may tell what the branches of the government are, what powers they have and how they will work. It may also state the rights of the citizens. So it will also tell us the rights of the citizens so that they cannot be misused, or the government should also take care of that. Now students, this is the picture of the Constitution of India, and this is the cover page of the Constitution of India. And students, the laws written in the Constitution act as the source according to which the rules and regulations of governing a country are framed. And students, every law enacted by the government has to be conformity with the Constitution. Whatever the laws are enacted by the government, that has to be conformity, that has to be confirmed from the constitution. Okay, so however, students, as you can see on your screen, this is the picture of the first day of the Constitution Assembly, that is December 11, 1946. So after the Constitution is made, this is the first day of the Constitution Assembly before our independence. And students, the Constitution grows and evolves constantly according to the needs. So according to the needs, time to time, according to needs and the requirements and the aspirations of the people and the functioning institutions, we can add new rules and regulations. We can add the new rules. So that is why constitution is a growing document. It grows according to need and according to the requirements. Now students, our next topic is need for a constitution. What is the need of a constitution? Basically, in a democratic country like India, the importance of the constitution is more significant. Why? So let's see. A constitution is needed for the following reasons. Now we will discuss the reasons why the constitution is needed. Students, the first reason is, in a democratic government, the citizens participate in the functioning of the government directly or indirectly. So students, as you can see that in the first picture, the people are standing with their voting cards and they are waiting for their turn of the voting. And in the next one, you can see that one person is electing, he is voting for the one party. So this is the process of the voting, in which that means the people are directly, they are participating in the government. It is the constitution in which the government's powers and citizens' rights are clearly defined. So yes, this is the constitution in which the government's power, what are the government's power, what are the rules that the government has to follow, and what are the citizens' right to speak, right to education, and all these rights are clearly defined in this constitution. So it prevents the governments from misusing its rights. Yes, so the constitution prevents the government from misusing its rights because it is all the rules and regulations are written in the constitution. So government cannot misuse its rights, and thus it safeguards the rights of the citizens. And yes, because the rights of the citizens are also written in the constitution, so every citizen is known to his rights, he is aware of its rights. So it is the safeguards of the rights of the citizens also. So this is the constitution is good for both government also and for citizens also. Okay. The second reason for the constitution is, a constitution is a living document. Yes, it is living document. It means that it constantly grows and evolves according to the needs of the people of the country. It is growing day by day according to the needs of the people of the country and the government of the country. For example, the whole world now this time is affected from the COVID-19, and all the governments, all the countries are taking care of their people and their country, and they are following certain rules. For example, in our Ghaziabad, we are having the lockdown for Saturdays and Sundays. Before that, we were having the 3 months lockdown. That means all the cinema halls, all the schools, colleges, all the public places, all are closed. All these were closed for the betterment of the for the betterment of the for betterment of India and the people of India, so that we can be safe in our homes. We cannot we will not go out, and we will be not affected by the COVID-19. So this means these new rules are added in the Constitution of India to fight against the COVID-19, and we all are following the rules and regulations to cope up with the government. The third reason for the need of a constitution is every constitution represents the ideals, values, and the vision of its founding fathers. Now students, here you can see the picture of the people who wrote the Institution of India. So these are the people who helped to write the Constitution of India. And students, so this constitution represents the ideas, values, and vision of these founding fathers. It mirrors the social, political, and economic aspects and aspirations of the people. What do the country wants to be? Which type of country it wants to be? So all this, the constitution is representation of the ideals and values and the vision of our ancestors, those who take part in the freedom fight against the Britishers. Students, the fourth reason is, in a democracy we choose our leaders so that they can exercise their power responsibly on our behalf. That means the citizens' behalf. Our constitution guarantees the right to equality to all the persons. According to it, no person can be discriminated on the grounds of caste, religion, race, gender, and the place of birth. That means the right to equality is one of the fundamental rights mentioned in our constitution and nobody can take it back. All the persons of India are equal, so, and nobody can discriminate in the name of caste, religion, race, gender, place of birth, etc. Anybody can travel anywhere in the whole country. Anybody can make home at any place of the country. Anybody can earn the money for his survival in any part of country. All the government jobs are equal for all. That means there is no discrimination at all. This is the right to equality, and this is one of the most important fundamental rights mentioned in our constitution. Student, the fifth reason for the need of constitution is our constitution maintains a logical balance between the rights of the individual on one hand and the interest of the society on other. That means our constitution take care of everybody's rights, that means citizens' rights, and the interest of the society also, that how the society will grow. This is also government has to take care, and government has to take care of the rights of the citizens also. And our constitutions maintain a logical balance between the rights of the individual and the interest of the society on the other hand. Students, the sixth reason for need of the constitution is our constitution is a unique example of flexibility. Now, what do you mean by flexibility? Flexibility means able to change easily or adapt to different conditions according to the circumstances. So, our constitution can be changed easily or adapt the new different conditions according to the need of the time. Okay, and our constitution is also dynamism. Dynamism means this is full of energy and full of new ideas that can be moved ahead. And the continuous growth. Yes, our constitution is a unique example of flexibility, dynamism and continuous growth. That means it is growing day by day, and according to the need, according to the time, according to the change, it can also change and move ahead. Yes, our constitution has maintained a rational and constitutional balance among all the three organs of the government, that is the executive, the legislature and the judiciary. Yes, so our constitution is able to maintain the relation and the rational and the constitutional balance among the three organs of the government, and the three the organs of the government is the executive, the legislature and the judiciary. Now students, let's revise what we have studied today. Meaning of a constitution. What do you mean by a constitution? So, a constitution is a fundamental legal document that contains the rules according to which the government of a country functions. Okay, so constitution is a written legal document that contains the rules according to which the government of a country functions, and these rules or laws are called the basic laws. The next topic we have covered today is what is the need for a constitution. So here we have gone through the 6 reasons for the need of a constitution, and they are that in a democratic government, the citizens participate in the functioning of a government directly or indirectly. So in this, the government's power and citizens' rights are clearly defined. Number 2 is a constitution is a living document, so it means that it constantly grows and evolves according to the need of the people of the country. The third one is every constitution represents the ideas, values and the vision of its founding fathers. So it is the mirror of the social, political and economic aspects and the aspirations of the people. Now the fourth point is in a democracy, when we choose our leaders so that they can exercise their powers and responsibility on our behalf, that means the citizens' behalf, and they cannot discriminate. The constitution guarantees the right of the equality to all the persons, and the right of equality is one of the fundamental rights mentioned in our constitution. Next one is our constitution maintains a logical balance between the rights of the individual on the one hand and the interests of society on the other hand. And the last point is our constitution is a unique example of flexibility, dynamism and the continuous growth. So it will always take care of and it always maintain a balance between the constitution balance between the three organs of the government, that is the executive, the legislature and the judiciary. Okay. So my dear students, I hope you enjoyed reading the Indian Constitution, and I hope you all understood this lesson very well. In the next video class, we will cover the next topic, that is silent features of Indian Constitution and the importance of Indian Constitution. Okay. So bye for now. Thank you. Have a nice day.